experience. I would like to request Sri Narasimha Prabhuji for his Ashirvadam.
My pranams to all Atma Jyotis. I am honored to be present here on the occasion of honoring Srimati Ramamani and also Ranjani. I am honored to be here in the presence of dignitaries Dr. Vinod and Dr. Sri Anand and also Shastriji. Dr. Ravi and Meenakshi ji invited me for this function. I was thinking, what will I speak here? Great accomplished people are sitting here. Is there something I can speak in front of the distinguished audience, the music lovers? What is that I can speak? Then, what stuck to me is the honor Nada Laya Chetana and Laya Chetana. Of course, for the music lovers, I don't have to explain what is Nada, Laya and what is Chetana. But this has a deeper spiritual significance. Significance of Nada Laya Chetana and Laya Chetana, I want to put forward in front of you. First, let us chant Omkara 3 times together. We will offer our respects to Guru. Chaitanyam Shashwatam Shantam Vyomatitam Niranjanam Nada Bindu Kalatitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We are honoring the Guru principle in all. Sadguru, who is none other than Parabrahma. So that Parabrahma we honor by this sloka, Chaitanyam Shashwatam Shantam Vyomatitam Niranjanam. There comes the word Nada Bindu Kalatitam. So in this honor for Srimati Ramamani, Chaitanyam and Nada Laya, all these 3 words are used. In a sense, it is respecting the Guru principle in her. So this comes from Shiva Sutra. The Parabrahma principle, the principle of Parabrahma, the supreme reality, sees Sat Chit Ananda, existence, consciousness, bliss. Sat Chit Ananda. The Chit aspect is called awareness. That awareness manifests in various levels. Chit takes the form of Chiti. Chiti takes the form of Chaitanya. Chaitanya takes form of Chetana. and Chetana takes the form of Chitta. Chit, Chiti, Chaitanya, Chetana, Chitta. This is how the supreme reality of Parabrahma manifests in us. Chit means pure awareness, supreme reality which is beyond our mind, intellect, and all our concepts. That supreme reality has the power, infinite power. That infinite power we call as Devi, Jagan Mate. As the power of that infinite consciousness, we call it as Chiti. What are the powers of that Parabrahma? Is Chiti. Chiti involves Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, and Ananda, bliss. Icha means the power of desire. Jnana means power of knowledge. Kriya means power of action. Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti is the power of that Parabrahma from Chit, Chiti. That Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, we also in the Puranic language, we call as Lakshmi, Durga, Saraswati, the Divine Mother. That divine power manifests as this entire universe. So when the divine power Chit becomes Chiti, Chiti becomes Chaitanya. Chaitanya means moving consciousness. The entire universe of living, non-living, moving, non-moving is manifested by the Chaitanya. When the Chaitanya is manifested in the entire universe, we are also born. Jivas, living, non-living, moving, non-moving, is manifested by Chaitanya. Then, in us, the living beings, there is a manifestation of Chetana, the consciousness in all of us, individual consciousness. Chaitanya is universal consciousness, Chetana is individual consciousness. Then individual consciousness becomes limited in the form of mind called Chitta. So that's where we are stuck. We are held up in that something called mind. From Chit to Chiti to Chaitanya to Chetana to Chitta. From the infinite to finite we have come down. And there is a deep longing in all of us to realize that infinite self. To realize that pure consciousness, pure awareness, Chit. The reverse journey has to go from Chitta to Chetana to Chaitanya to Chiti to Chit. A long way to go, long way. Because first of all, we don't even know where we are. We are stuck in the mind. Mind is called Chitta. And we feel very limited without knowing that we are none other than pure awareness, that Brahman. We are feeling our limited body, mind and intellect. We don't know who we are. So that's where the teaching comes in the form of Vedanta, and help comes in the form of Sangeeta. Shastriya Sangeeta is divine. It is there to uplift us from Chitta to Chetana to Chaitanya to Chiti to the Chit. The reverse journey is facilitated by the divine music. So that's why the music in India is not just for entertainment. It is for spiritual evolution. It's for liberation. That's where the great giants, the great musicians, Sri Tyagaraja, Purandaradasa, relentlessly worked. The music is an offering. Music is elevating. Music is purifying. Music is healing. Music is divine. And the people who are sitting, dignitaries sitting on this stage, all of them have immense experience in the healing power of music. Dr. Meenakshi and Ravi have worked with many divine children, and we can see their performance. And Dr. Vinod, he has worked on the Laya aspect for healing, coming from a neurology background. I can't tell anything more about the healing power of music. What I want to focus on is the spiritual, material aspect of music. We are nothing but a body, mind, intellect complex. We are nothing but individual beings with a body, mind, and intellect. All of us live with the ignorance that I am the body. The teaching of Vedanta elevates us. Please repeat after me. Nanu, nanembudu, nanalla, ideha, manabuddhi, nanalla, sachidanandatma, shivananu nani, shivoham, shivoham. Basically, teaching of Vedanta is, I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect, I'm pure consciousness. But I can't realize, I can't experience that pure consciousness. I can't experience I am Brahman. I feel I am limited. I have to get out of this mess called samsara. That's where the music composition comes to picture. First, we have to start where you are. The devotion to the Lord, what you have to practice. You have to offer your life to Bhagavan as a service. And that's where Dasa Sahitya comes into picture. The prayer to God, the chanting of God's name. Okay? That's where you have to make a beginning. Before you realize the God within, you have to surrender to God without. So that's where we make a beginning. So music, Carnatic music or Indian classical music is level is devotion. Devotion helps us to get rid of commotion. Commotion created by emotion. So from commotion, which is created by emotions, come to devotion. Then what happened to us? Our mind becomes silent. Serenity. That's called Mana Chitta Shuddhi. First step in spiritual journey is Chitta Shuddhi, purification of mind. And the music, the divine music, composed by our great saints, saint poets, shows us the way how to surrender to God, how to immerse in devotion, how to purify ourselves in devotion. Chitta Shuddhi has happened, but the music is more than that. Mano Laya has to happen. So that's where Laya Chetana comes into picture. Laya has to happen in Chetana. Okay? The mind has to merge in Chetana. So that's the experience of all of the music lovers, those who have experienced music. When the real divine music plays, there's no singer, there's no hearer, there's no audience, there's no performer. There's only music. The mind gets absorbed in the music. When the mind gets absorbed, only thing you can see is the tears in the eyes. There's nobody, just tears is there. That's the sign of Mano Laya. The mind is absorbed in Chetana. Laya Chetana. That absorbed mind, as you absorb mind, you seek, crave for divine more and more. Divine for more and more. I want to become one with God. Not just absorption is not sufficient. I want to realize my true nature. That craving will happen. So that's where we have to go one step ahead. Manolaya happens. Manolaya means absorption of the mind. Absorption of the mind is temporary. It will get absorbed and comes up again. Absorbed and comes up again. So the absorbed mind has to be destroyed. The mano nasha has to happen. The mano nasha can happen only when the ignorance is gone. Ignorance that I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect, that ignorance is destroyed, then the mano nasha happens. So for mano nasha has to happen. From mano laya, chitta shuddhi, to mano laya, to mano nasha, Atma Dhnana is required. The Atma Dhnana comes from a realized master, Sadguru. That shloka which I told you in the beginning, Chaitanyam Shashwatam Shantam Vyoma Atitam Niranjanam Nada Bindu Kalatitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Their Guru principle is Chaitanya, Shashwata, eternal, Shanta, stillness, Niranjana, blemishless. So that principle we have to move. Manolaya, next step is Atmadna. In the presence of a realized master, that Atmadnana becomes very simple. So then, from Manolaya, Chitta Shuddhi to Manolaya to Manonasha happens. And Manonasha, when Manonasha happens, you realize, I am that Supreme Self, pure awareness, not an individual. This is the spiritual journey. So for that, a Laya Chetana is required. Guru principle in Srimati Ramaniji and Ranjaniji gives us the divine music which will help in Laya Chetana. So I am very honored to be here in the presence of the dignitaries and to honor the Guru principle in both of them. So here again another word is a Nada. Laya Chetana is over. Nada. Chaitanyam Shashwatam Shantam Vyomatitam Niranjanam Nada Bindu Kalatitam. The supreme power, Chiti Shakti, manifests as the Nada, the vibration of sound, the primary sound. That Nada is called Anahata Nada. We don't know what is that Anahata Nada. That Anahata Nada is the supreme sound. The Anahata Nada takes us closer to supreme reality. How do I go back to Anahata Nada? Anahata means where there is no hitting. So any nada, any sound requires two objects. A musical instrument which involves two objects. Or lip movement, tongue movement, some movement is required. There's an object is required. Anahata, there's no object, there's a divine music that's called Omkara, Pranava. How do I go from Ahata to Anahata? That is the power of divine music, Sangeeta. When we listen to the music, classical music, actually we listen to the not to the what I call sound. We are actually listening to the silence. The music is not about the sound. Music is the dance of silence. Actually, the musician is not playing with the sound. Musician is playing with the silence. The purpose of playing with silence is to take us from ahata to anahata. From the objective reality to the pure awareness, the divine sound of Omkara, Pranava Nada, Anahata. So that's where comes Nada, Laya, Chetana. So I'm sure Dr. Meenakshi and Ravi have thought about this title. So what is the title is about? A divine music which will take us from an individual to Paramatma. That's what the title is given to. So So the music has Sahitya, Raga, and Tala. Sahitya, which actually Dasa Sahitya, Vyasa Sahitya, then Vachana Sahitya, this is there to catch our attention, grab our attention. Because a pure raga or tala, people may not appreciate, but Sahitya catches us. Sahitya is the only way to catch us. Basically, it's raga and tala which it elevates us. Sahitya is the hook. Raga and tala is what takes you. Raga is actually again another, it plays an important role. Raga, there are a variety of raga I have heard. Morning raga, morning, afternoon, evening, and raga for creating various emotions. Okay, actually, the raga is acts like a catharsis. It removes our emotional disturbance. People go to a counselor or psychiatrist to pour out their emotional disturbance on the psychiatrist. Unfortunately for the psychiatrist, he will also get disturbed. So, a catharsis is required, a vomiting is required. Your emotions, your disturbance have to come out. That's where the various types of raga are there. Raga is to do catharsis, a purification process. Raga is there to remove the roga, disease. Raga removes the disease, roga. You know why? We are a body, mind and intellect package, BMI. Okay? So, do you know that more than 85% of the diseases in the world are called psychosomatic, mental disturbances. All we know as diabetes, BP, cancer. Most of the diseases are psychosomatic in origin. They are not somatic, means body origin. So now, when we go to the modern practice, we treat the body where we should have treated the mind. Because the medicine system, modern medicine system, is not looking at a person as a whole, it is looking at a person as a part. So the treatment is partial. A deep-rooted treatment is required where you treat at the mind level. Raga helps you to treat at mental level. The emotional disturbance has to be converted into devotion. Emotional catharsis has to happen. So then the healing happens on the body. That's the experience of many of these great musicians sitting here. Mind affects the body, and for affecting the mind, raga is used. Then comes the tala, rhythm. The rhythm, what happens? Our mind, our energy is stuck at the lower level in base of the spine called kundalini. A specific rhythm can awaken that energy and leads to higher level of consciousness. That's called kundalini awakening. In that process, there's a divine energy gets awakened in us. That energy takes us closer to God. So that is the tala. So raga, tala, sahitya is a package deal for body, mind, healing. The intellect healing is to be done by Vedanta teaching. Intellect healing cannot happen here. Body, mind can be healed and made ready for Atma. So that is the glory of the divine music. So I am very happy to be present on this occasion. I thank these trust members, trustees, for giving me the opportunity. I thank all the dignitaries sitting on the stage for giving me the opportunity to be with you, all of you. Okay. I have a appointment. I have a flight to catch. That's why I have to leave. I take your permission to go.
Thank you for wonderful insights of Atma Gnana, and you spoke so well about Anadalaya Chaitanya and Chaitanya. We are really blessed, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Please give him a big applause. I request Anand sir to speak few words. Give a Matadi sir first. Yeah, definitely.